Whether you think it's super tacky or you think it's boho chic, today I'm going to give you step-by-step instructions on how to make this scallop seashell pillow. Material list. Here's what you're going to need. About 1 meter of fabric in the color of your choice. Velvet works best for these pillows. You're going to need bonded polyester, 1/2 inch thickness. And I've got 2 pieces and they're pre-cut to 30 inches by 26 inches. And you're going to need thread in the approximate color of the fabric that you chose. And last, you're going to need some Dacron fiber fill that you can get at any craft store. Tool list. Here's what you're going to need. Some scissors to cut your fabric, some chalk to draw on your fabric, something to shove the Dacron into the channels. It could be a chopstick, it could be a screwdriver, whatever you have laying around that you think will shove stuff in a channel. And of course, because this is a sewing project, you're going to need a sewing machine. Almost forgot, you're going to also need a tape measure. I use inches, but that doesn't make me less Canadian. This next part is tricky, so pay attention. So I've got my scallop shape all drawn out here, and I'm going to explain a little bit how I got this shape. And you're going to have to do the same thing because there is no pattern. You're going to have to draw it out as best you can and use your creative abilities to make your own seashell shape. But it's pretty generic. There's nothing special about it. So I will explain to you how I got to this shape. It's 27 at its widest point and 24 top to bottom. That's inches. And so you can cut a square 27 by 24 to get the initial size that you're going to need. And then at the bottom, you can find the center and start marking little channels here at the bottom. And these are 3/4 of an inch wide at the bottom. You'll find the center at the top and start by making a round shape in the center there. You want one center channel coming down, and then you can sort of round it off at the bottom here. And this shape here at the bottom part is actually more narrow than the wider part up here because the shell sort of tapers down at the bottom. So once you have this drawn out and this drawn out, then you can go ahead and make these flutes here. So I have 13 going across. If you wanted to do less, you could. I wouldn't recommend doing too few because then it'll look more cartoony. This one looks a little bit more elegant in my opinion. So draw these shapes until you're happy with it. You probably want to start on paper rather than right on your fabric like this is, because if you make a big mistake, then you're wasting your fabric. So once you have that done on one side, you can fold it over and trace it on the other side because it is important to have both sides exactly the same. So this is where I am now, and I've gone with a pencil. You could use chalk if you're afraid that you're not going to be exact with your pencil marks. And draw the flute shapes down to meet these lines at the bottom. So all the way, they're very faint, but they're there. And that's going to help me when I'm sewing to get them to be the shape that I want in the end. So the next step is to cut your second side. And of course you want it to be exactly the same as the first. So I'm going to lay them face together. And then I'm just going to cut that out. Now you can use the markings from the first pattern to get the markings on the second one. And they don't have to be exactly the same. You can just take what you learned the first time and copy it onto the second one. So I've got my piece of bonded polyester cut to slightly bigger than the fabric. And I'm just laying it on, smoothing it out, and now I'm ready to sew. I'm starting in the middle here. And I'm just following those lines. All right, so once that's all done, you're going to do the exact same thing with the second one. You should now have two fairly identical shell pieces, and we will take our scissors and trim the bonded polyester down to the exact shape of the fabric. Alright, so get your Dacron and your shoving implement handy. You're going to take little handfuls and put them into the channels. And I'm going to try my chopstick because it's got a round end instead of a flat end. That might work better. Oh yeah, that totally works better. You don't have to go all the way down to the end because as you can see it is quilted just from the bonded polyester, but the more you fill it at the top, the more round and stuffed it will look. It does give it a nicer finished look. So again, you should have two fairly identical pieces with the stuffing in them now, and the end parts are not stuffed yet. We're going to do that while we're sewing, which is now the next step. So we're going to put them together, face together, line up the flute at the bottom here because this is where we're going to start our stitch. So don't forget to put it in both layers, the top and the bottom. Now you can shove some of the Dacron in. Bit of a fight trying to get it pulled right side out. Whoa, did it. All right, so boom, we have a seashell, people. Okay, so now you're just gonna fill up this cavity with more Dacron. Once you have your pillow filled as much as you want to make it as puffy as you want, you're gonna fold that bottom in on itself. And I'm gonna finish it off by stitching over top of that. Now, if you don't think that your machine is going to go through all those multiple layers, you can hand stitch it closed too. So there you go, your super on-trend boho chic seashell pillow ready to throw on your couch or bed. Thank you for watching. See you next time.